Talk out to yourself, why am I feeling this way? How can I overcome this? What kind of mindset do I need to go down? And that too is a form of your own meditative prayer mantra. We all have these narratives that we tell each other that prescribe how we live, how we perceive things. And the narratives can range from, oh, I just don't feel good today, when in fact, if you just told yourself, I can feel good today, I will work on feeling good, I will elevate my spirit. There's a lot of ways to do that. A lot of ways, and some people will use, for instance, the Lord's Prayer. Some people will use mantras, like Og Mandino's book, where you read a series of passages every day for several weeks, and then you go on to the next one. Things that start to rewire your brain. I kind of thought this was a cool idea when I was young, whenever I read Og Mandino's work, and I'll put a link to that in the description. If we can rewire our thought process to say, I can be better, I can be more motivated, I can stop procrastinating, I can do the actions necessary to create the life that I want, whether that is more communication and open, honest dialogue with the people that we care about, or to say, I don't want any dialogue with you until you can reciprocate. You know, all the narratives that we tell ourselves end up coming true for the most part, especially whenever we're down in the dumps, because then all of a sudden the world's falling apart. And one thing that has really worked for me that I want to share with you is what I have done, and what a lot of people that come here on Sundays do, is wake up and go to bed with the same mantra, if you will. And I write this down in my journal. I have my big journal right here that's about full. And by the way, we do sell journals on our website that are handmade, custom made in India. We don't make any money off of them, but they are fantastic. And they are built to last, and the paper is built to last. So if you like that, go check them out. They'll be on the website soon. But as you wake up, and when you go to bed, ask for forgiveness from anyone that you've done wrong to, and that you forgive them. I do a little practice every single night, whether you want to call it a rewiring mantra or a prayer or meditation, really doesn't matter. It's the narrative that we tell ourselves. So whenever I go to bed, this has helped me dramatically, where I would have otherwise thought that that was kind of a silly idea. And that is just to say, I forgive you. Will you please forgive me? And I'll go over some of the goals and immediate goals and long-term goals that I have for myself, and I'll plant them deeper into my brain, into my heart, into my soul. And just the act of asking for forgiveness and giving forgiveness, even if you don't even talk to the person or people or whoever, just that practice helps break open this wall around our heart and makes a big difference in how you feel. And to forgive yourself. You know, when you get these anxiety levels that are so high because life is beating you up some, just forgive yourself. Tell yourself, hey, I appreciate you, anxiety. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being that survival mode that I need to kind of snap myself up. And sometimes, and oftentimes, we'll allow that anxiety to override us and cloud our minds and make us act in ways that we can be ashamed of sometimes, like snapping at a spouse, snapping at a coworker, just letting the frustrations of life just kind of build up. And to ask, and to me it's all the same, to ask the source, to ask infinite intelligence, to ask God when you're doing these mantras for help and guidance. It does make a powerful difference. And I cannot stress it enough that writing these things down in a journal, repeating them to yourself every morning, every night, and whatever happens during the day, talk to yourself. Talking to yourself is a form of meditation. You can look a little crazy to your friends, to your spouse, your kids, whoever, but it's healthy. It is extremely healthy Talk out your emotions. Talk out to yourself, why am I feeling this way? How can I overcome this? What kind of mindset do I need to go down? And that too is a form of your own meditative prayer mantra. And doing these practices by being aware of what mood you're in, being aware of how you are treating others and treating yourself by the food you take in, by what you're drinking, how you are reacting to other people. When you start to recognize these things, add them into your mantra that, hey, I forgive myself for being rude. I will work on that. I will recognize that as I start to become rude, I will catch myself and stop. There's no need for us to go through life being unaware of our actions and how they affect others. And it makes such a powerful difference, especially when you lay down at night to go to sleep. You're laying there, have your eyes closed, and just go over the things in your head. Some people just like to say, the Lord's Prayer. I have it right in front of me. And, we all know, most of us know the Lord's Prayer. If that's what it is for you, great. Also ask for forgiveness. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. It really starts to open and soften the heart, makes it easier to communicate. So you're not holding grudges. You're not holding things over people's head. And it is a powerful tool to speak to yourself, to the universe, to God, and allow that energy to build and elevate you. The power of mantras, even the simple kind of goofy sound, which is really kind of cool and beautiful after a while, is just, that is an amazing sound. And because most of us are not used to making mantra sounds, just a simple act of, just doing that a few times, somehow magically makes our anxiety go down. It makes me smile because I think it's just fun to do. You can feel the vibrations in your lips. It has a calming effect. There are a lot of little tricks like that. And the biggest trick is to find ways to put your mind and your heart on the right path, away from anger, away from unnecessary anxiety, and to come to a place where you can communicate with yourself, tell yourself the narrative that you need to have, that you want to have, to drive you down the path of life that you want. If I'm just too tired to go work out today. Well, recognize that. Of course, you'll recognize it. Tell yourself you recognize it. You appreciate that you're tired. But we still are going to go take care of our body. This is our temple. Each of us have it, this big bag of flesh, and we have to take care of it. So tell yourself the narrative to make you go do that. I will find the strength. I have the strength. I will do it. When we tell ourselves what we need to hear from our own mind and heart, we can start creating those pathways and rewiring our brain so that we can be beneficial to ourselves and not be our own worst enemy. So with that, if you are in the local area and you like all these topics that we discuss, please come out and see us every Sunday at 1:30. We have a special event at the first Sunday of every month. We just had a paint day. A bunch of kids and families are out and we're just painting away, even though none of us can hardly paint. And you can go to the mysticsOfTexas.com/events, or just go to mysticsOfTexas.com and go to our events page. The next one is what are we doing? We are doing a tournament of all sorts of outside games, and if there's bad weather, we will have the indoor facilities to do that, from ping pongs to cornhole to billiards and shuffleboard and pickleball, which is kind of like tennis if y'all don't know what that is. It's really fun, and we welcome you to come out. So just remember, whenever you go to bed, talk to yourself, pray, meditate, and tell yourself, I forgive you, thank you for making me a little higher anxiety, and then figure out how to use that energy. Talk to that energy. Ask it to be your friend and not your enemy, and use it so you can have a clear mind, a clear head, and a clear heart to do and be all you can be.